And I'm Roy Turner's son. Is Richard's daughter, and I have 4 brothers. I'm sorry, 3 brothers and 1 sister. We living in LA right now, you know. Everything's going good. They sent me here to, you know, for my side of the family to show some support, you know, show our love as well. And you know, at Father's Day, Richard came out there to Los Angeles. And, you know, I got to see him again. I felt like that was like a great moment, you know. Now he's not here, you know, it's like you can really appreciate seeing him in his final days. But thank you everyone for coming.
How everybody doing? Yeah, I got Pops here with us right now. He can't eat or nothing or whatever, but he's here with us, you know what I'm saying? But so I couldn't leave him at the house. I thought about it. I said, he's sorry. I'm gonna leave him at the house for him. You know what I mean? So I bought him anyway. He can't eat, but he's gonna sit at the table with us anyway. It's his day. So, you know, I'm happy everybody came from my father, and I know everybody know how my father was if they know him. You know, he wasn't that nice, but that's my dad though, you know. So, you know, God bless him, and God bless all my folks I ain't seen in years. I just want to tell y'all I love y'all, you know what I mean? Because we don't know, the way life is, we don't know what's going to happen next. You know what I'm saying? So we all in that line, you know. So, it's a shame to see, you know, all our folks, you know, when somebody died. Other than that, you might not see them for 30, 40 years, you know. I seen some of my cousins as a young man, and now I look at them, everybody old. You know what I mean? I ain't seen you, cousin, you know. So I just want to tell everybody I love y'all, and let's enjoy this day.
Introduce us to your family.
Oh, let me introduce you to my family. This is my daughter, Siobhan. Come on over here. Come on. This is my baby Siobhan. You know, I named her after my other sweet cousins because I love them so much, Siobhan and Shinell. So this is Siobhan. I named her Siobhan Shinell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I just want to just let y'all know, this is my wife right here. That's Juanita Turner, right here.
Tina Turner.
So you got to stand up.
Come on, Ike.
Come on.
Thank you, sir.
This is my firecracker right here. You know, but I want my daughter, you know, to know her folks, you know, but she don't really know her people. She thought she had a little family, you know. And I was telling her, you know, hey, we got folks. We got a lot of loved ones.
Hundreds.
You know. So everybody enjoy themselves.
Question.
Yeah.
How many children do you have and what are their names?
Why you gonna put me on the spot? You gonna put me on the spot. Well, I got a daughter, my Sinead. She's not here right now. I got a son, Cedric. He's incarcerated right now. You know how some of the young folks is. Hard-headed. You can't tell them nothing. They got to learn their own way. You know, you tell them they don't listen to you, but they'll listen to somebody else. So I guess that's the person they listening to is a county jail. But it's all good.
Thank you.
And I got a daughter named Trinae.
What?
Trinae. You don't even know her.
Does anybody write this down? Thank you. I would like for my father has 5 remaining sisters. Raise your hand. And I want you to stand and introduce yourself. Say whatever you feel like. Tell us about your family. What have you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Leola, and I had 4 children. I lost 2. I have one daughter back there taking a picture, Kimberly, and her husband, Dwayne. I was Richard's 7th sister. It was 7 girls and 1 boy. No, I was a 7.
You have me for, don't you know?
Anyway, I was number 7 in the family as a girl. And I live here in Sacramento. I was with Richard the night before he passed away. Fred called me. He said, if you want to see him alive, you better come. I said, no, I'll come in the morning. Fred said, come. I got there, Richard was in a coma. But I got a chance to see him, and all he could say was, He just grunted at me. I don't know what that meant, but whatever. But anyway, okay, that's it.
I'm number 4. And my name is Janet, and I have 6 kids. I have a set of twins. What about Trayvon and Chanel. And I have 3 boys, Don, and Stephen's my baby boy. And I have another girl, but she's not here.
And another son.
Oh, and another son in Los Angeles.
What's his name?
Lester.
My Dorothy.
Okay, I'm number 5. My name is Dorothy. My name is Dorothy. Fred and I had 2 children, a boy and a girl. My son, my oldest child, is here, Frederick Williams, and his wife, Margie Williams. And my baby girl, Yvette, is living in Germany. So she's in Berlin, Germany. She could not be here today. Richard was my oldest brother, and we had a lot of good times. I'm talking about from the year of 20 on down. We picked a lot of cotton. We cut grapes. We did all of this stuff that the kids today are talking about. I'm bored. We didn't have time to be bored because we done all of that. And in the middle 40s, my parents bought an 80-acre ranch, and we moved in town. And by Richard being the oldest, well, quite naturally, he's going to take the lead. But anyway, Richard was very musically inclined. He had a dance band in our house, in the garage. I would love to hear him play. And he played a saxophone, he played the clarinet, he played the drums, and he played the piano. And I played the accordion, and I played the piano. Many times when Richard would stop by my home, he would always get on the piano. And I don't even know the name of the song, but he'd go, and when he gets through playing that, well, he was through. And he tried to teach it to me, but I never learned. But I enjoyed him my teenage years growing up, and I loved him. I taught him how to say the word love. When he would call me before, instead of saying goodbye, I'd say, I love you. He said, huh? And so he soon caught on. And so he would always tell me, I love you. Because it is so nice to tell your loved ones that you love them. And speaking of my husband, Fred and I have been married over 50 years. We have moved from Chowchilla, California to Merced, California because of his health. And so he is, as I speak, he is in the convalescent home. He has dementia. And so I go visit him every day. He wanted to come today, but he was not able to come. And he understood that my brother-in-law died. And I was glad to hear him say that. So he's doing He's not well, but he's just there. So you pray for us, because I'm grieving twice.
Good afternoon. It is afternoon. We're all here to reflect on our brother's life. I was very fortunate to be with my brother on Father's Day at Eric's home. We went to church and Richard sat by me, and then we went to Eric's house and had a lovely dinner. And when Eric fixed his plate, I said, "Eric, is Richard going to eat all of that?" And he said, "Yes." So I had made homemade ice cream and a 7-Up cake. And then he says, "I want another couple pieces of the cake." So I gave him some more cake after he had eaten his food. And so when I was getting ready to leave, well, he said to me, "Aren't you going to hug me?" I said, "Sure, I'm going to hug you." And then he wanted to know, was I still working? And I said, "Yes, I'm still working." And I said, "I'm going to work until the good Lord tells me I can't drive anymore and my thinking isn't clear, because I'll be turning 80 in February. And at work, I'm on computers and all of that. But I want to share just a couple of stories. I remember growing up, we lived in this great big white house. It was like a mansion. It had upstairs and downstairs. But we couldn't go upstairs. Mother told us, "Don't go up the steps," because no one was up there and there was a lot of spiders. So we decided we were going to have a church. And guess who was the minister? We all sat on the steps, and to this day, I don't know what he talked about or whatever, but we all sat on the steps, and we had church right there right there on the steps. And then one other thing, the Turners always had names. They had like funny names for everybody. So my name was, Richard used to call me Knight. And I would say to him, "You're blacker than I am." because I was browner. I was like, I would say dark brown sugar. I was the darkest girl. But every time he said, "Hey, Knight," I said, "You blacker than I am." And so, we had a lot of memories. Some of them were really, another thing, when we would get ready for school, and the school bus was out there, and Richard, if you didn't say good morning to him, he would mess your hair all up. And we're trying to catch the school bus to go to school. And most people would say, "Boy, your brother must have had a rough time with all you girls." But no, it was the other route. He gave us a rough time. And we were planning one time we had said, but we never did do it. We were all the girls were going to jump on him and beat him up. But he didn't do it. And one other thing, he wouldn't let us drive his car. And so I said, "Well, fine." Daddy would buy Mother a brand new Oldsmobile like every 3 years. And I said to him, "I don't have to drive your car. I can drive this big Oldsmobile." Because he was the Turners always loved their cars and everything. And they kept them up really nice. But I'm sure now there's no more pain and suffering, and he's at peace.
Marilyn, could you come and also read the obituary as well as have words?
Hello everyone, I'm Marilyn. I'm the youngest. Richard was the oldest and I was the youngest. I live in Fresno. I have 2 sons. One of my sons is here. My youngest son, Shelton. My oldest son, Corwin, lives in New York and will be going to South Africa for 3 years. So 3 years. There's a story behind that. When I told people about my brother passing away, I said he's the only and the oldest brother. And I think for that we had kind of a special attachment to each other because he was the oldest and I was the youngest. And I remember him calling me on Mother's Day and say, "Happy Mama's Day." We would never say Happy Mother's Day, it was always Happy Mama's Day. So anyway, I'm going to read the obituary.
Richard Lee Turner died Friday, July 10, 2015, unexpectedly and peacefully in Sacramento, California at the age of 83. Richard Turner was the firstborn of Doretha and Lee Turner on September 25, 1931. He married Florence Walls in 1955. They had 3 children, Eric A. Turner, Dorothy Faye Turner, and Michael Anthony Turner. Richard was an accomplished musician who played the piano, drums, and guitar. He also had a passion for trucks. He drove large trucks around the United States for many years until his late 70s due to his health. Richard was very outgoing and he had many friends. He also had a very special godson, Fred Bechet, who was a best friend and his caretaker until his transition. And I would just like to say at this time, Fred, we Turner Sisters really appreciate all your love and help that you gave us. And as for me, I want to adopt you as a brother. As a brother, so. He was preceded in death by his parents, Doretha and Lee Turner, his late wife, Florence Turner, his twin sisters, Arlene Holman and Paula Williams. He leaves to mourn his death his children, Eric A. Turner and wife Denise, Dorothy Faye Turner, and Michael Anthony Turner, wife Denise, and special godson, Fred Bechet. 11 grandchildren, Jonathan Turner and wife Lauren, Deshaun Turner, Stephen Turner, Julian Turner, Leslie Covington and Chitana Covington, Victor and Vincent Yates and Richard Sanford, Shavon Turner, Messalé Turner, 7 great-grandchildren, Kalisha Esterly, Leslie Covington Jr., Khalil Yates, Christian Turner, Philip Green, Alexis Turner, and Kennedy Turner, and 5 remaining sisters, Janet Schenkel, Dorothy Williams, Viola Edwards, Barbara Cunningham, and Marilyn Gray, and a host of nieces, nephews, and a host of family and friends.
Thank you. I would not be remiss without acknowledging the 2 sisters who have previously passed away, and I would like for volunteer to come from Aunt Arlene and Aunt Pauline's children and speak on their behalf.